Hey smokers, Draga1 here, and today we're going to be installing Weed OS on an SSD. And as you can see here, we have the Linux SSD that I used in the SSD netbook video, running the exact same copy of Linux, booted up off of this Intel Celeron board with the GT420. So I think it's pretty appropriate. So let's get a little bit more information. So now there's no actual real Weed OS, but it does exist as a SUSE Studio OS created by Landon James Owlcoin. And yes, I did have to look up how to pronounce SUSE.
SUSE. SUSE.
And I know it's the right pronunciation too, because this video is put out by the people that own SUSE. Novell. Or is it Novel? Do they have a pronunciation video on how to pronounce their name? No! Seriously though, this is Weed OS, and as far as I know, it's the only weed-themed OS that exists. Now, that's probably not true. I really can't even begin to fathom the vast quantities of satirical operating systems like this one. So, let's just start with this one. And as you can see, I've burned a CD of Weed OS version 4.20. Actually, I forgot the periods. There, fixed. And uncomfortably, this ISO was around 900 megabytes in size. Just a little bit too much for a regular CDR. So, I actually had to burn this onto my dual layer DVD. Because I don't actually have any regular DVDs I can burn it onto. So I had to burn through an entire dual layer DVD. Look, most of that didn't even use. I'm sad. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and install this. So since we're basically installing some dude's own SUSE Linux distribution, it should just install like any other Linux. Now, I've never used SUSE before, and it's probably a lot different than, you know, Ubuntu and Mandrake. It's actually something different than both of them, because Mandrake is Red Hat based and Ubuntu is... So, interestingly enough, I'm going to make yet another Linux video, even without extreme knowledge of Linux, which is usually a prerequisite. Unfortunately though, for those of you who were in any way attached to this Linux installation that was created during the course of the last video, which was installing the SSD netbook video, it's going to go away, because I currently don't have any other SSDs to use with this at this point in time. So we'll go ahead and wipe this, or at least see how SUSE OS, SUSE Linux, Weed OS, SUSE Studio Weed OS, or whatever the hell you want to call it, will actually work with an already installed Linux partition table and with an already running Linux system. How will a different flavor of Linux react to this installation? Maybe it might even give us an option to do kind of a side-by-side dual booting sort of thing. So maybe it could get interesting. Now let's see if this actually works and boots up off the CD, because I did actually get a burn failure notification from my ISO burning software, but I still did see files on the DVD, so we're going to see if it works anyway. Go ahead and log out here and reboot. Holy shit! That's freaking awesome! Wow. This is great. I'm seeing weed leaves already, and we haven't even, like, really started yet. This is freshly booting. Oh my god. Alright, so let's go ahead and select Weed OS. And it's going to load the Linux kernel without adjusting exposure because it's stupid. Now I'm surprised this is actually working even though it said that the burn failed. Now maybe parts are messed up and I don't know what's actually going to happen and it might not even fully install simply because it's just too damn blazed to really get anything done. So I guess we'll see. This looks like a pretty standard Linux startup. Not that I've seen a good share of Linux startups, but I have seen enough of them. It looks like, you know, a very verbose startup. And we are now booting system. Well, I'm seeing a lot of green, so that's good for more than one reason. I did actually try to install this onto a USB flash drive, but it didn't really work, so I decided to burn a disk instead. And it's considerably and agonizingly slower. Oh, what the hell is this? This is the license agreement, and I think it's the only one I can read in its entirety without even caring. Do not take this OS to your head. This OS is not responsible to your health and safety. If you have any concerns, call or text the coder of this OS. There better be a number around here somewhere. Well, we're screwed. Agree? Is it broken? Read this screen has more text than the actual license agreement itself. Read the license agreement carefully and select one of the available options. If you do not agree with the license agreement, the configuration will be aborted. It doesn't have any cool DOS mouse thing going on, so... But the enter key works. I can't move around the cursor. Tab? Oh, it's tab! I have to tab a couple times. Oh my god, this is stoned. Alright, and then F10. Okay, alright. We're now in doing something. A start job is running for Wicked Managed Network Interfaces. So we haven't even gotten to any installing yet. I haven't selected any partitions or anything. We're just still waiting for it to start up all the way. I guess I would have just been waiting if it wasn't for the fact that I needed to agree to a license agreement. Oh my god, we have a mouse cursor? Oh my god, I can move it! And the user is weed. So this is actually a live CD, that's why I'm such an idiot. I wonder what the password is. What the fuck? What's the password? Okay. I thought that I was not being a true stoner. Not knowing what a stoner's password would be. The password is not weed, smoke, or 420. Instead, it's capital O, capital S, which just stands for OS. So here's our marijuana. Are we started up all the way? A little menu at the top called Activities. Sort of looks like a mission control thing. Yep, you have to be pretty damn blazed to figure this out. In fact, that's all there is. There's a file cabinet thing. And here's our interface here. What else do we have? Sidebar, connect to server, new window, preferences. Okay. We'll leave that open. Now what is this? Show applications. Oh my god, this already has Doom on it? Now we're talking, man. So the only thing I'm not seeing is... And there's Super Tux card. The only thing I'm not seeing is... Well... Chocolate Doom. Chocolate Doom. Even more Doom? Chocolate Hexen. Now, I definitely didn't do this. This kind of stuff is on the chip, not on this Linux SSD right there. And I didn't put any of that on it. SuperTux Racer, yes, but not Doom. But anyway, the thing that this is mainly missing is a method to actually install this to the drive. It right now appears that it's only working in live CD mode. So either I find how to install it, or this is going to be a very short video. So let's try playing Doomsday, which I thought was exclusively for Mac. I guess not. But I can tell you one thing, is that it's not going to start up very fast because it's running off a freaking optical drive. Well, obviously, I don't think it comes with the WADs, because then that'd be kind of piracy, so yeah. So it doesn't come with any of the WADs, but I'm sure if I added them in, it would work great. So is that it? Is that all there is to the Weed OS? There's got to be something we're not seeing yet, so let's keep looking. So we have the home folder, which doesn't actually have anything in it. It's just bin and desktop. What's in bin? Nothing. What about desktop? Also nothing. There's no pictures folder, there's no movies folder, there's no music folder, or any other kind of folder that you might expect on some other distributions. We can look at the trash, there's nothing there. The computer itself, we of course have your regular Linux folder here. Well, if we can't get anything there, and of course we can still get applications here, will chess work? Well, chess works. Seems to work pretty good, I guess. Let's get rid of that. So it's something that's already ready to go, play some dumb games like Chocolate Doom, I guess. And of course it doesn't have any WADs, so yeah, I would have to put that in there. A little bit of a tease that it didn't come with some, you know, non-Doom WAD or something. Tetravex, which I thought only existed on, I don't know, Windows 3.1. Some bootleg version of Galaga with more particle effects. But thus far, I still don't see any method to actually install this OS onto the SSD. Will this actually disappoint? I don't know. At least we have Weed. Here we are. We have our system all settings. So here you have all your settings for Weed OS, or openSUSE, I guess. And you can change the background. And of course we already have that as the background, so we don't obviously want to change that. We have Bluetooth stuff, displays, keyboard, mouse, and all this other stuff that we won't even be messing around with. But I still don't see anywhere where I can actually install it. And I may just not be able to. If you look right here, there's just nothing there. A lot of times you'll see some sort of installer in here somewhere. The preferences seem to be for the file management, Explorindolus. And here's multiple desktops. I'm never really haven't been a fan of multiple desktops. And there's a lot of games in here. Doesn't appear to be a lot of documentation, except for something called release notes, which is actually pretty useful. Release notes? Well, they never came up. Let's click it again and expect different results. Something is very wrong with this. Can't quite put my finger on it. It has hot corners. And it's driving me a little insane. Preferences. Help about quit. Now, I know. Here's an idea. How about we open a web browser and take a look at the Weed OS page in question to learn a little bit more about it. There is no web browser on this! Okay, well, let's get ourselves a web browser. Let's try the GNOME, or GNOME, terminal. Weed at Linux. And I have to say, this is the first time I've seen one that is white. By some sort of unspoken rule, you have to click this. Or something like that. Alright. What? Oh yeah, god damn it, that's right! This isn't Ubuntu anymore, this is openSUSE! That means that every single command you learned in Linux is now completely useless. So that means I can't even get anything, I can't even get a web browser. There's gotta be at least a web browser in here somewhere, come on, there's gotta be something, come on, come on, come on. Come on, work with me here, people. I mean, there's gotta be something there that's already there, and I'll find it, and I'll get sad when I can't actually find it because it's not there, and I'm just trying to kill myself. So I did about 60 seconds worth of reading, and I learned something. Yum get install Firefox? Yum install Firefox. Yep. What? That one is supposed to work. ZYPPER. Holy shit, it actually did something. Holy shit. ZYPPER. Download Firefox? Retrieving repository. Repository is invalid. Something tells me this is, problematic. 60 more seconds of reading has made me about 30% more educated on the subject. Instead of sudo, you use su, I guess. And, there we go. Okay. So, the root password was Linux, by the way. So, ZYPPER ref updates the SUSE repositories, similar to apt-get update, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm only going on about less than 12 hours worth of actual hands-on experience with Linux, so you'll have to forgive me. Now, right now we're not installing this stuff or copying any files anywhere. And instead of using Firefox, we're going to use Opera because that's the page I'm on right now. So what I type in is ZYPPERIN Opera. No provider of Opera found. Add the non-OSS repository to your repository list. Update. Oh, that's the one step I forgot to do. Damn it. Maybe I'll get lucky by doing this. Non-OSS? Nope. Oh, that's cool. It kind of looks like a cell phone screen when you have it. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so where were we? So I've now learned that you can manually direct it to a repository to download the update so that I can install Opera, so I can go online, so I can look up Thomas the Tank Engine or something. So let's try and do this. Adding repository update done. Repository update successfully added. Enabled, yes. Auto refresh, GPG check, priority 99. Okay, so now we go back to this and do that again, I believe. Skipping repository update because of the above error. Repository update is invalid. Valid metadata not found at specified URL. Please check if the URLs defined for this repository are pointing to a valid repository. How else is that not a repository? I mean, look at it. Unless I typed it wrong. Download.opensuse.org/update/ oh, there was my problem. I did not add /leap. So /update /leap/ Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Alright, a repository named update already exists. Please use another alias. How about I fucking call it weed? Alright, weed is successfully added. So let's re-ref the repositories. Okay, it skipped repository update. and it built the cache of repository weed. So that means that if I do this, install Opera. Oh my god, is it working? I fucking figured it out! Holy shit! I don't believe it! With all that weird Linux bullshit, it actually works? This is so stupid. Okay, so Opera is now supposedly installed. Where is it installed? Right into the RAM, because we don't have this installed on the drive. So I need to remember how I did that. So let's go back here. Chocolate Doom now apparently has... Fuck. There's Opera! Oh my god, it is working! Damn! You know what that means? Well, I mean, I'm happy that I can frickin' see it. But I can't hear it. And I went up here and I turned the volume all the way up, but it's not actually playing anything. I mean, that was a really fast working solution, so we actually have a web browser now. So at least now that's working, and I'm kind of glad that the audio isn't working, because I'd probably get Content ID claimed by this. So if you do want to see this video, the link is in the description. So here's that link from before that I had. Holy crap, whoever told me to use this is, like, awesome. It is the best way to get stuff across the network. Links across the network. So here's the same Weed OS page we're now viewing on Weed OS, which is actually not really that fully featured since I had to pull some serious strings just to get a web browser installed. But it's not a big deal, I got it, and now we're good. But it's by no means permanent, because the second I shut the computer down, all that work finding the repositories will be for naught. But if you're running Weed OS, you can use that information to, well, get the repositories working, I guess. Yeah, there's actually a place on the wiki, but you sort of have to figure some stuff out on your own, the openSUSE wiki. And then, of course, the sound is not working. I don't know how to make it work. I guess I could go into the preferences that are somewhere, and I already lost them again. Oh, here they are. Sound. Output volume is nil because there are no output devices. Well, we technically can fix that with the beauty that is Sabrent USB audio adapter. I have now plugged it in. Damn it. Damn it! So unfortunately, Weed OS doesn't look like it can do anything. That's not true. I did use it to look up the Weed OS page, so it's not a total loss. I think. Weed OS. I can take a look at the package list, which is something we've pretty much already seen. SUSE Firewall, Asteroids 3D, Chocolate Doom, Doomsday. Now, there's probably a package manager somewhere on this operating system that I just can't find because I'm blind, or stoned, or both. But whatever the case may be, at least I got a web browser to work. Yay. But, of course, since we do already have a bunch of Doom stuff on there, it's kind of just begging for me to play Doom. So I'm going to play Doom. So let's take a look at the file manager again, and let's see if I can take a look at the mount folder. Again, just a reminder, we're doing this all on a live CD, because as far as I know right now, this can't be installed. Of course, there's probably going to be people correcting me on this, saying you can do it all through the terminal, and you should have just not known how to do that. But being my first experience with openSUSE, I think I'm doing pretty good. What the hell is going on? All right. Because it's probably not mounted. That's right, I'm trying to get a flash drive plugged into this and working. And I was kind of hoping it would show up, you know, in the side here. But that's not a big deal. Let's just use Mediafire to get our Doom stuff. There we go. Alright, so through the wisdom of, well, not using Google URL, but instead tinyURL, we can get my Doom Mediafire link pretty dang easily. Or I could have still used this, the sending text over the network thing. But, you know, whatever. There it goes. I'm kind of experiencing a little bit of lag, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to download a 100 meg file. Like, holy crap. Oh, it appears to be downloading it somewhere. Okay, it's done! Well, Opera appears to have made a downloads folder in our home folder. So let's open this and pray that there's some sort of archive manager or unpackager. There is no application installed for zip archives. Do you want to search for an application open file? Yes. Is this what's going to reveal the application download manager for Weed OS? Probably not. What's the name of the Linux unarchiver thing? Well, apparently you can just do it through the terminal. Like frickin' everything else. So, let's go to, we're already in the home folder, so let's cd downloads and unar bdoom.doom.zip. For fuck's sake. zypper install unar. Oh, come on, it's just a simple thing! Don't worry, I got this. Oh yeah, doggy! Oh! Unzip bdoom. Yes! Right there! Disk full! Damn it! Doom Metal Volume 4 WAD is probably truncated. Okay, well I don't even need that anyway since the audio is not working. Yes. Here is our Doom WAD, and I even... This computer has only 0 bytes disk space remaining. So that would be our RAM disk. But it is still functional, so let's go ahead and see if we can load up some Doomsday. Now what we have to do here is create a profile. I think. Shit. Let's forget about that for a moment, and let's just use Chocolate Doom because that we actually know works. We've used it before. Let's open fuck! Crap. Brutal19.pk3. Okay, alright, so we've now made progress. And why one file found? Oh, because it's case sensitive. And, oh, you didn't see that. There it is. Will it work? Nope, because I tried to add 2 WADs at once. And I don't really need to do that, I can just do that. And then it should actually launch successfully, and it still didn't. Even though we're in the downloads folder and it's right frickin' there. Is it because I need to put it on root or what? Oh my god. Holy fuck! Even though we're already in the downloads folder, it doesn't give a crap. And I used the iWAD command line parameter. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna piss myself. Maybe because there's no free space left. Just delete this and delete this. What the fuck? Holy shit, it worked! Oh my god, why is it on my eyes? God damn it! Ow! Piss! Piss! Oh, damn it! So you're probably wondering, why the hell are you still playing Doom? 'Cause it's so good! So I'm playing Doom on OS, I guess. And I can't even put anything or offload anything onto the SSD to make this even remotely, I don't know, usable? I'm literally just playing this on the live CD. I don't believe it. Okay. Alright, so we have to configure display so that it doesn't totally kill our eyes. Let's set it to not full screen and set it to 800 by 600. That sounds good. Let's look at advanced. That's fine. Let's configure our keyboard shit. Oh god. Can't remember where I put my sensitivity at. Alright. Close enough. And now that's perfect. I can't hear it, but you know, that's okay. Hey, I'm actually playing it. I don't believe it. Look at that. I'm playing me some Doom. This level is actually really hard if you're not paying attention. Like, oh my god. Okay, guys, this is my experiment of trying to make a short video. Did it work? You tell me. I don't actually know how long the video is going to be until I finish editing it. And my guess is that this video is going to be about 38 minutes long. I'm calling it right now. 38 minutes, and if it's not actually 38 minutes, then, holy crap. You either got gypped, or you got some bonus time. Anyway, everyone, this has been Draga1, and I was kind of surprised I was able to do this much with OS. Now, I'm sure there's still some more stuff you can do with OS, but currently it just looks like a cut-down version of openSUSE with some games pre-installed. In this case, Chocolate Doom was already installed, so I didn't have to do any weird compiling nonsense, as you can see. Shit, exactly what I'm talking about. So, it lacked a web browser, it lacked any means to actually install it onto an SSD like I wanted to, and I even set up the little guy there to hold the SSD, and it was all for naught, but at least it just shows you that there's an SSD plugged into the computer, I guess. Whatever. So anyway, OS was not exactly what I was expecting. I really was hoping for a little bit more jokes, maybe more themes. Really, the only thing that made it OS was the fact that it had a weed wallpaper. There wasn't any other references, in any other place. So as far as I know, it doesn't actually have any other weed attributes other than maybe having some Doom games, unless the person who actually made OS knew that I like Doom and specifically made it for me. Is that possible? If that's the case, that's fucking awesome! But I kind of doubt it. But if it's true, then thank you, Landon James Coin. I guess, but I don't really think you made this for me, because it doesn't say that you did. But, you know, I just think it's kind of an odd coincidence that you managed to put Doom, of all games, on there, and then weed, and then it's very highly suspicious. I'm just saying. Okay, well, enough of that. This has been Draga1. This has been OS. I'm sorry to admit that I had no opportunity to install it on an SSD today. So sorry about that, guys, but we definitely have more SSD weirdness in the future, for sure. Coming up later. So I will see you guys next week. See you later. Oh yeah, and I haven't actually tried to shut this down since I turned this on, so this is what it looks like when I'm powering it off. Really eventful. See you guys later. Oh shit!